Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has given a behind-the-scenes peek at the new Labour cabinet in a glossy clip calling for a bigger reset. The left-wing leader, 61, posted the clip to X, formerly Twitter, this morning, and it has already been viewed more than 1.2 million times. Posting the 93-second footage to the social media site, he added, "My government will restore politics as a force for good. Let's get started." The footage starts with a calendar being changed to July 5th, before changing to a view of Sir Keir addressing cheering crowds outside Number 10. He said, "I invite you all to join this government of service in the mission of national renewal. Our work is urgent and we begin it today." Footage then shows Sir Keir appointing his leading Labour figures in his new cabinet, including Angela Rayner and David Lammy. Sir Keir said, "Our country needs a bigger reset, no matter how fierce the storms of history. One of the great strengths of this nation has always been our ability to navigate a way to calmer waters." The PM is then seen taking calls from world leaders such as the Australian leader Anthony Albanese and the President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky, with him telling the latter that Britain's support of the country would not change under his leadership. The video then changes to Sir Keir leading his first cabinet meeting. He said, "It is absolutely fantastic to welcome you to the cabinet, our first meeting. It was the honor and privilege of my life to be invited by His Majesty the King yesterday to form a government. There is a huge amount of work to do." Rounding off the footage, Sir Keir said, "I want a politics and a country that works for you." The video was released after Sir Keir said he was seeking an immediate reset of the relationship between the Westminster government and devolved nations as he embarked on a tour of all four corners of Britain. Sir Keir insisted respect would be the key ingredient in the bond between the new UK administration and its Irish, Scottish and Welsh counterparts. His first stop is in Edinburgh today, where the PM said he wants to turn disagreement into cooperation with the SNP north of the border. People across the United Kingdom are bound by shared beliefs. Fundamental values of respect, service, and community, which define us as a great nation, Sir Keir said. That begins today with an immediate reset of my government's approach to working with the First and Deputy First Ministers, because meaningful cooperation centered on respect will be key to delivering change across our United Kingdom. Together, we can begin the work to rebuild our country with a resolute focus on serving working people once again. Using his first 24 hours in office to set the tone for his new government, Sir Keir has promised to turn his back on tribalism in politics and usher in an era of stability and moderation. Part of that will be an effort to push power and resource out of Whitehall, and open his door to those with skin in the game who know what is best for their communities, the new Prime Minister has suggested. Angela Rayner, Deputy Leader, Deputy Prime Minister and Secretary of State for Levelling Up, Housing and Communities. Rachel Reeves, Chancellor of the Exchequer. Yvette Cooper, Home Secretary. Wes Streeting, Health Secretary. David Lammy, Foreign Secretary. Bridget Phillipson, Education Secretary. Louise Hay, Transport Secretary. Lisa Nandy, Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport. Ed Miliband, Secretary of State for Energy Security and Net Zero. John Healey, Defence Minister. Pat McFadden, Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster. Shabana Mahmood, Justice Secretary. Liz Kendall, Works and Pensions Secretary. Jonathan Reynolds, Business and Trade Secretary. Steve Reed, Environment Secretary. Lucy Powell, Leader of the Commons. Sir Keir's whistle-stop tour of the four nations comes ahead of a packed first week in office, with little time to settle in at Number 10 as he prepares to head to the NATO summit in Washington on Tuesday. Ahead of traveling north of the border, where he is expected to meet First Minister John Swinney for talks, he said, "Our UK government will place Scotland back at the beating heart of everything we do. To the people of Scotland, my message is simple and clear: you are at the heart of how we unleash